Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 5.14, inheritance. This is the greatest concept, greatest characteristics in the WOOP system. According to me, if this characteristic is not there in WOOP, the WOOP would not be this much popularized in the software industry. This inheritance helps for reusability. First, let us understand the concept of inheritance. It is almost similar to our real life. We know inheritance. Actually, son gets father's property and father gets grandfather's property, like this and all that. What is inheritance? Inheritance means creating new classes using existing classes. Creating new classes using existing classes. So, existing class is called superclass. Actually, in Java, other C++ and other languages, many different terms they use and all that. And for the sake of integrity and uniformity and all that, for every concept, 1 or 2 words only, terms only we use. So this is superclass, and this is the subclass. This is the subclass. Simply by name, don't feel this is the bigger than this. Actually, superclass is the first class. Subclass is derived from that. That means, suppose superclass is having A, B, C data items and P, Q functions. Now, if you want to use this, you can use, but according to your present needs, now you want 2 more data items, A, B, C, D, E. Then you want P method only, P function only, you want R and S. Now there are 2 things. If you want to develop any system, you can develop it from the scratch, or otherwise you can adopt this method of inheritance. If you develop anything from the scratch, what are the problems involved in that? Obviously, you have to spend more time, more experimentation, more cost. And whenever you develop new systems, very common feature is there may be some bugs, there may be some errors, because we are after all human beings. Error is human. That's why we commit mistakes, thereafter we rectify. We rectify, but time is money. That's why cost. So already existing class if you use and all that, what is the advantage? You can find here. One existing class is there. Already people are using it thoroughly. So any loops were there would have, then they would have been plugged. So this is a reliable system. So next one client came to you. That client asked you the features, 2 more data items he required, and one function, 2 more new functions are required which are relevant to that. Then what to do? By inheritance, he created the subclass. You are inheriting the 3 data item and 2 more you are adding, DE, to satisfy your client. And out of 2 functions, you are taking only one. 2 more you added according to the requirements of your client. Now you see subclass. Here, by simple name super and sub, you may feel that superclass is so big, comparatively bigger than subclass. That is not true. Don't go by names. Now we see this is bigger than this. So by that, our cost, now you see, if you quantify the efforts and all that, now with the 30 to 40% of the efforts, we are able to develop new system. This is as a result of inheritance. This what we are able to reusability. Reusability is a very important thing, very highly value feature in software development. If you develop any system which is reusable and all, reusable, then its value is much more than actually it would be. Understand? That's why in one of the concepts in the previous chapter I explained, whenever you are developing a project, then you try to focus on generality. In the essential characteristics of the program, I explained that point, generality. Suppose if you want to develop a project for a particular purpose and you apply your brain, how you can make it? Suppose one particular institution can use that, use your system. You are developing a system which is meant for a particular institute. Then if you apply your brain, if you can make it general, that means many that type of institutions can use that, its value is more. It is like a package. Understand? That's why here in inheritance, by using existing resources, existing classes, we can create a new classes with limited resources. That means limited time. We can develop it very fastly, and scope of bugs. Already this system was tried. It was tried and it was tested. Then that extent it is reliable. Otherwise, you test it once again before reusing. Then use it. Thereafter, remaining functionality you test, and the system will be ready. You can deliver with only 40% of the efforts whatever are required. Understand? But in order to achieve this inheritance and all that, one important feature is there, that is called easier relation. If easier relation is there, then only you have to go for inheritance. That you have to understand. Little refined knowledge is required. Easier relation should be established. Then you should think of this inheritance. Suppose here you see some examples I give you, and through these examples you can very easily understand that this is cylinder. Cylinder is a type of circle. Cylinder is a type of circle. Okay, and ice is a type of water. Vapor is a type of water. Okay, and water is a type of gas. Now you consider these 4 examples. Now cylinder is a type of circle. Actually, if you see this example and all that, how it is cylinder and circle. Actually, if you have a few coins in your hand, same type of coins, now we see this is one coin. This coin is like a circle. How we can form a cylinder? Just you pile up same sized coins and all that, then what is happening? A cylinder is being formed. Understand? So by piling up, by stacking up, circle by circle, some height is created. Then then a cylinder is formed. If you take formula also, what is the area of a circle? Pi r square. What is the volume? Area means the content of the circle. And what is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h, because height is there, pi r square h. So if you come to ice and water, just prima facie you cannot know all these things. You have to apply your brain in order to establish easier relation. Actually water is having certain characteristics. Out of that characteristic, one characteristic is temperature. The temperature is made minus, water is transformed into ice. So ice is a type of water. Understand? In the same way, vapor is a type of water. Actually, water is having certain characteristics. The temperature is one of the characteristics. And if you make the temperature characteristics high, too high, then water is converted into vapor. Understand? So temperature is becomes minus, then it becomes ice, and temperature is, becomes so high above boiling point and all that, it comes into vapor. It transformed into vapor. Now water is a type of gas. Actually, what is the chemical formula? H2O. That means hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is a gas, and as well as oxygen is also one of the gas. So in this manner, easier relation you should first should be established. Once easier relation is established, then you should go for inheritance. Now you have to understand where easier relation is not there also. Then only, suppose student is a type of employee. Actually, why you are tempted to take this decision? Suppose in employee and student class there are common features like a name, some number, some address, qualification, etc. and all that. But few common features are there, many uncommon features are there. Simply because of common features if you take and all that, then it leads to adversity. Uncommon features also part of your object. Actually, here one logic you have to understand. This is dad, this is son. So the son is interested to take his father's properties. He may not be interested to take son's liability, father's liabilities. Here what happens? Now this is the class, super class. In that A, B, C are common features. D to Z, other 23 are uncommon features. Without establishing easier relation, if you take this inheritance and all that, what happens? The 23, suppose this one only employee, we take. This is student, we take. And student and employee, only 3 features are common, and employee 23 features are not common for the student. But because of the 3 features, if you inherit that, unnecessarily the student object should carry 23 features which never be used, which never be relevant to student. That's why always I am telling you, whenever you want to go for inheritance is a great feature for reusability. Creating new classes using existing classes, you can save lot of time and as well as money. Your project cost is decreased like anything, but easier relation is established, then only you go for inheritance. This type of thing, student is a type of employee, because a simple thing, only 3 features are common or 4 features are common. That's why you don't go for inheritance. This is just as a thumb rule I am explaining. And one more thing, in this context only I have to explain that it has a relation. Easier relation is inheritance. As has a relation is called composition. Composition or containment. Actually, in this case, one object, in order to achieve its task, it takes another object as its data member. Just once again I tell you, one object, in order to perform its task, it takes one or more objects as part of its components to achieve its task. The best example I give you, car. Car is an object. In the car, we incorporate AC. AC is a different object, and car object, in order to perform its task completely, it takes the AC object as a part of that, as one of the components. That is called composition.